Hi, my name is Shimmie Eisenberg. I'm in Yeshivat, and I'm in Mevaseret this year, and I have a Dvar Torah for all of you. The Gemara in Masechet Shabbos asks a very fundamental question: My Chanukah, what is Chanukah? And on the spot, Rashi comments and says, "Al iza nes kavua." On what nes was Chanukah established upon? The words "My Chanukah," Rashi explains them as that. And so then the Gemara goes on to say, "Shegavra Malchus Beis HaChashmonai b'Nitzchum," when the house of the Chashmonaim became they won the war. They went searching, all they could find was the one flask of oil. And all there was enough to light for one day. There was a nace that was made, and it lasted for 8 nights. For another year, they established Vasum Yamim Tovim B'Halavoda. They established a Yom Tov of praise and thanks for the generations. So I'm sure all of us know this story for a very long time. I mean, everybody knows the story about the one night oil that lasted for 8 nights. But the Maharal on the spot asks a question on this Gemara. The Gemara is talking about one nace that happened, the Pach HaShemen, the one day oil lasting for 8 days. And he says, there's so many other nisim we know, based on the Chashmonaim, we know, like we say in Al HaNisim, we don't even mention the Pach HaShemen. We refer to the fact that there was Al HaNisim, Al HaNeflos, Al HaShuas, all these wonderful things, in Lashon Rabim, in plural form, we mean all these wonderful miracles, and there's almost no mention of the Pach HaShemen at all. And the Sifsei Chaim asks, based on this Maharal, we really should just say that Al Hanes Val Hapela on singular, because really, according to the Gemara, it's only on the Pach HaShemen. That is the major nace that occurred, and really nothing else is considered kavua and being established in the same way as that nace of the Pach HaShemen. So the Maharal goes on to say, I think, a beautiful idea. He says, the idea of the Pach HaShemen, and the reason why we refer to the Nisim in Rabim, even though it's really only established in the Pach HaShemen, is because the Pach HaShemen is really a Nes Nikla. It's an open miracle that destroys the concepts of nature. We know that if there's a certain amount of oil, that physically speaking, if there's only a certain amount of oil, it can only burn for so long. And the Chukei HaTeva, the laws of nature, would state as such, and yet it lasted for 8 days. And somebody, if you know the story, you can't deny the fact that that's an open miracle. And yet, when we look at the nace of the Chashmonaim, Rabim Biad Me'atim, the few defeating the many, there's a plausibility there of maybe it was our own might, maybe it wasn't Hashem helping us, maybe it wasn't Hashgacha Pratis, maybe it was, like we've claimed many times throughout our history, that it was our own might, it wasn't Hashem. And the Maharal says that the Pach HaShemen, which is what the Gemara says is the nace, like Rashi says, the nace that was kavua for Chanukah, that is so that once we recognize that Hashem was openly involved in that nace, and there's no denying it, then every single other aspect of the nace of Chanukah becomes clear to us that it was also Hashem's involvement. And that's why we refer to it as Al Hanisim, Al Neflos, all in the plural tense, because when we recognize this Pach Hashem and this nace, it's such an open and clear sign to us that we can all recognize that everything is a nace. So I think for all of us, we know that Chanukah falls during the winter solstice, the darkest point of the year. It can get quite depressing. So when we look at the candles on Chanukah during the darkest point of the year, we can commemorate this nace, which was an open nace which Hashem did for us, and therefore, during this dark point of the year, which can get depressing for many of us, we can see Hashem's hand in everything. So that way, when we say Al Hanisim, Al Neflos, we say Haneres Halo Anachim Alikin, and then later in the thing we say Al Hanisim, Al Neflos. We say in the plural tense, and recognize that really everything in our life is really a nace and a pella. It's a wonderment, in all stemming from Hashem. And I want to wish you all a very happy Chanukah.